Okay, so we have started our this topic number 5, study of medicinal important drug plants are there. So here already we have seen about these plants. Here the uh, basically first two root example we have seen the glycyrrhiza, gestomad, and the second stem drug it is the ephedra, right, gymnosperm. And then today we are observing the two drugs, leaf drug as a adethoda and flower drug as a clove. So we will see the one by one. So adethoda means the in Marathi it is called as the adulsa. It is common name. So it is commonly found in our Malabar region. Malabar, that is this our south India portion, and basically it is native to the Asia. It is used commonly for the Ayurvedic, then homeopathy and the Unani drugs systems. Already we are knowing about these systems are there. Then secondly, this adethoda, it is a perennial plant. Perennial, that is the keeping throughout the year and long lasting. So therefore it is called as the perennial. It is evergreen, and secondly it grows up to the maximum 2 meters in the height. About it is having a good uses are there in the cough, then bronchitis and the asthma. So first step is the cough, it causes due to the cold, then it causes the bronchitis, difficulty in the breathing, and the last step of bronchitis is the asthma, that is there is too much pain or the in the breathing. Then with respect to this, we have to write the botanical name, then family Adethoda vesica, family Acanthaceae, common names adulsa, or generally it is called as a Malabar nut tree. In this original commonly we have seen it is a small evergreen herbaceous plant is there. So just remember properly how the method of writing is like this one: botanical name, common name, then its classification, it comes under dicotyledons. There is a Magnoliophyta, family Acanthaceae, it comes under Gampetali. Then the medicinal properties are the different alternative, that is in alter to the other cough drugs are there. Antispasmodic, that is for the increasing the reproductive capacity. Then diuretic, that is increases urination and expectorant against the cough. Particularly asthma is the common, bronchitis, cough, then diabetes. Diabetes is nothing but excessive flow of sugar through the urination. Commonly it is called as the diabetes. Then diarrhea is there. So you are knowing about the diarrhea. So in relation to diarrhea, we are knowing about there are the others are there. Epilepsy, that is the loss of the memory is there. Loss of memory, that is the as it causes due to the certain infection. Then dysentery due to the wrong food material, flu or the fever, hysteria त्याला आपण ठसका म्हणतो मराठीत. So sudden catchment of the breathing, it is called as the hysteria. Insanity, that is the same, it is like the epilepsy, loss of memory or sense is there. Then neuralgia, that is the it causes this phenomena at the central nervous system. Then rheumatic pain is there. Rheumatic pain, that is the pain in the joints of hands and the legs. Then skin disorders, swelling, TB, that is tuberculosis, increasement of the white blood cells. Then urinary disorders, vomiting, and etc. So just you remember any one or two these medicinal terms are there. Chemically it contains the quinazolone alkaloid. These are vasicin, vasicol, or adathodinin, and the vasicinol. So names are given as per the genus and the species. Commonly it is cultivated in the different range of soils and climatic condition. Flowering and fruiting is in the December to April. About the plant, as it is a shrubby along the wastelands or the roadsides, or deliberately it is cultivated. The flowers are in the white in the capsule shape. Then the flowers also contain the B cytosterol, D glucoside, then cameferol. Glycosides of cameferol is the quercetin. Then roots also used as a due to chemical hexysinolone or hexicol and the paganin. Then hydroxychlone, it is also the one chemical content. Historically, as it is to be reported from since 2000 years back, and traditionally used for the different conditions. The common parts are the leaves, roots, flowers, and the stem bark. Then leaves also showing the about 45 to 95% hexicin. Generally, it is the mucolytic drug or bromhexamine was developed from this alkaline. The nitrogen oxides of hexicin, it is the hexacinone, and the deoxyhexicin, it is the oxyhexicinin. Newton. So you remember any one or two about chemical nature. Then uses commonly in the bleeding disorders. So due to the idiopathic thrombocytopenic, blood does not have enough platelets. So purpura, so excessive brushing is there. So we are knowing the teeth and the gums are there. So there are the certain infected bleeding is there. So it is used for this gargling purpose. Then cardiovascular condition, it is very important. Generally due to the it lowers the blood pressure. So moderate hypotensive activity, it is used for this one. Then pulmonary diseases, pulmonary, that is the our heartbeats are there. Then in respiratory tract, it is good as a acute and for chronic bronchitis, often combined with the herbs licorice and marshmallow, gestamad. Licorice means, and it is commonly added with this one. The certain allergic asthmas are there. We are knowing sudden climate change, it causes the difficult to breathing. Cloudy climate is there, like this one. Then antihistamine effect, the leaves also dried, smoked to relieve the asthma, like the cigar or the bidi, it is to be smoked. Then it is good for the bronchodilation effect. Then emphysema, emphysema means for the sinus or for the breathing. Then it is good for the obstructive airway diseases, chronic diseases are there. Some people having the cannot tolerate the conditions, so therefore it is used. In the Ayurvedic conditions, it is called as the pharmacology. So how drugs should be used? So it having the taste as bitter and astringent. The quality is good. It is showing the light and the unctuous. Then post digestion effect, vipak, it is showing the pungent, and potency, it is the cold. So some drugs are the hot in the nature, some are the cold. Then uses of different parts of this, it is also commonly called as the basaka in some region. So leaves good in the asthma, piles and diarrhea. Piles in Marathi it is called as the mulvyad. Diarrhea means it causes the dysentery due to wrong food material, it is called as the diarrhea. Then flowers are good for the ophthalmia, diseases of the eyes, it is called as the ophthalmia. Then bark is good for the acidity and the heart diseases. And the roots are used for discharge of placenta after delivery in the cattle. So it is given as a food to the cattle after the giving the new birth. So this is all about the Adathoda vasica. Then fourth drug is our there flower drug, it is the clove. In Marathi it is called as a lavang. right? So you are observing the good photographs of this. So it shows the specifically in racemose in cymose inflorescence. Then it shows the enlarged parts are there. The dried clove, you see the photograph. Then nextly that clove is collected from the plant, and later on it is to be dried or it is kept for fermentation. So process is very nice for this one. So this clove, botanically it is called as the Eugenia caryophyllata under the family Myrtaceae. Myrtaceae, that is many stamens are there. In SOBC we have seen example of Myrtaceae is the bottle brush or Pseudium guava, Peru. So like this, it comes under this family. So it is a having with the largely used as a dried whole bud. Total flower bud is used. Then clove, generally commonly it also shows the clove oil is present, and it is used for the flavoring to the foods or in the pharmaceutical perfumery industries. Then in the different countries of the world or the regions, Maluku Island in Indonesia, and generally it is used as a spice. In our India it is also used. Then other types are there. They are called as the primarily Indonesia, India, Madagascar, Zanzibar. Then it is in the Pakistan, Sri Lanka and Tanzania. So commonly it is the having maximum rich in the this eugenol, and which is responsible for the most of the characteristics aroma. So clove having a specific aroma or the flavor is there. Then other names are there. These are called as synonyms. So caryophyllum, clove flower, clove buds, or the lavang in Marathi. Then biological source, these are the flower buds, family Myrtaceae. About 15% generally contain the volatile oil as per the its content. Then different regions already we have seen. In India, our hilly portions are there, Tamil Nadu, Kerala and Karnataka. It shows the maximum under cultivation. Then in cultivation and practices, the climate generally requires the rich loamy soil with humid conditions, and it shows the cooler climate. Rainfall is generally ideal for the flowering. Then it needs good drainage system, water drainage. So waterlogged conditions generally not good for this one. It having also require the annual rainfall up to 150 to 300 millimeter per year, and altitude at the range of 1500 meter from the above the sea level. Then in planting material, seeds generally collected which are fully ripe, and these are used for the seedling preparation, right? So main clove is there, it is called as a mother of clove, and which are allowed to ripe on the tree itself when they drop down naturally. So these are collected as a fruit, and they are used for the nursery purpose. Second method of sowing is excellent for the preparation of the seedlings are there. Nextly, there is the germination. After germination, it shows the pink radicle is there, radicle and the plumule. So first root, generally it is called as a radicle. Then in for the commercial development, so generally manuring and fertilizers to the this field are there. So 50 kg, about 2 to 5 kg per tree it is to be applied. Then organic manures like FOM compost it is also used. Then inorganic fertilizers about 40 grams urea, 110 grams superphosphate and 80 gram muriate of potash. These are deliberately used for their proper growth is there. Generally 2 doses are required for the as a fertilizers, right, in the month of May or June, and after this 5 months in the month of October. Then in harvesting, already we have seen the photograph. So about it start flowering from the 4th year of planting. In fertile soil results are good. Then generally the plant generally it takes about 15 year up to the 15 years in the field. Then September, October, these are the good for the particularly as a flowering season. And December, January in the plain areas. Generally, the 2 centimeter long flower bud, it is a good in the quality. And then in the flow of manufacturing of the clove, market clove is there. So clove buds are there, they are selected, grading is there, and then sun drying, then clove generally brought to the steam bath to oil distillation tank, then condenser, water chiller, then distillation, and the clove oil is also obtained. So this is the just photograph I have selected for our understanding. So just see essential oil obtained from this uh, by this instrument, where the boiler is there, retort, where the raw cloves are generally given mature, and after generally on the steam it forms evaporation brought to the condenser at right hand side, and then the oil generally we are knowing it is always collected in this separator, and the oil float on the surface. So like this one, this manufacturing process of clove oil is there. Then while we are generally doing the harvesting from the field, so it should be without damaging to the branches. Then hand pickling method it is commonly used, or if trees are larger, they are generally used the by means of the bamboos are there, which are used for the collection. Then about 11,000 to 15,000 dried clothes weight generally seen for the 1 kg. Then in morphological character macroscopy, the odor is color is crimson to dark brown, odor slight aromatic, taste pungent and aromatic, shape the basal portion it is called as hypanthium. Then it shows the arrangement of this particularly this your hypanthium, it shows the ovary part is also there, and the size is maximum up to 12 to 17 millimeter. So in 1 centimeter 10 millimeters are there. So range is in between the 1.5 to near about centimeter, and generally standard of clove it must have the diameter of the 12 to 17 millimeter. So wrinkling is also the important character of this clove is there. And nextly there are some highlighting characters at some critical points in the manufacturing are there. So volatile oil 15 to 20%, eugenol 70 to 90, acetyl eugenol, then alpha beta caryophyllene is there, tannins are there, other substances are reported. So here you are observing the different other nutrients are there. So in the nutrients, as we are observing, so they show the different content as vitamin A, vitamin C, then riboflavin, then sodium, potassium, calcium, manganese. So all minerals are getting from the clove itself. Then about the anatomy. So here you are observing the LS of the flower is there. So see the how arrangement are there. So calyx sepals are the 4. Their style is the 1, corolla are 4. Then calyx are the hard and the woody. And this is the TS of the this hypanthium. So central one is the medulla, outermost tubercular structures, but we have to go the silently. Then in internal structure, here you are observing epidermis, then sclerenchyma, outermost is made up of thick walled cells, and the innermost is of having the after epidermal cell cortex is there, so it is widely distributed. Then it is divided into middle and the inner. Inside cortex is there. So centrally, as it is a stem drug hour, so it shows the presence of the columella. Then in microscopy we have to write these characters. Straight walled cells are present, large anonymous stomata are present and covered with the thin cuticle. So it shows there is having the oil glands are there. So these oil glands particularly they shows the lysigenous type of the these glands are there, so they store the oil. Then starch is generally absent. Then other constituents here, the volatile oil 15 to 20%, in which eugenol 70 to 90, vanillin, caryophyllene, acetyl, eugenol 4%. Tannin is the tannin. It is the 10 to 13%, and then different uses are there. So commonly in our India it is used as a condiment. Then condiment means as a fresh spice, it is called as a condiment, and dried it is called as a spice. Then carminative, removes intestinal gases are there. Then good as a source of eugenol. Then commercially used to for the certain produce the vanillin. Then antiseptic properties there against septic condition. It is a good flavoring agent and generally used for the dental uses are there, filling material with the ZNO. So it is mixed and therefore the dentist they are using. Then the ripe fruit of the clove, it is single seeded, then unilocular, dark brown, ovate or ripened fruits of the cloves are there, slightly aromatic and inferior in the volatile oil. So this is all about the two drugs today, Adethoda and the, this clove is there. So our next lecture is also on the same topic. We will see the next examples, Amla, Shilajit and the Acacia gum. Okay, thanks to all.